What is going on, everybody? It is Guardian, and for Wednesday's video, we're going to show off a deck that actually did pretty decent at the Pokemon World Championships, which is sort of a curveball because nobody really thought it was actually going to be that good. And for today, we're going to be running some Ends Zoroark EX. Now, for those of you guys who don't know what Ends Zoroark EX does, it has the trade ability, where if you discard a card from your hand, you can draw an extra 2 cards. This, along with the combination of a couple of other Pokemon inside of this deck, are going to be able to make ourselves a World Champion class deck. It didn't quite win. Gardevoir ended up winning. What a shocker. If you support that deck, you're part of the problem with that this game has. But either way, let's go ahead and go right into the deck list. We play 1 copy of Wellspring Ogerpon to be able to get that Sob Lock going. We also play 1, not 2, but 3 copies of Munkidori to be able to move some damage around the board, just in case, you know, we do end up taking a hit and don't quite actually get KO'd. 1 copy of Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon allows us to be able to shield ourselves from opponents' Pokemon that have abilities. 1 copy of Fezandipiti EX says that once one of our Pokemon is knocked out during our opponent's last turn, not during Pokemon checkup, but during their last turn, we get to draw an extra 3 cards. And we play a 4/4 Zoroark line to be able to make sure we're drawing as many cards as possible and to make sure that we're copying the attacks of Ends Reshiram, which Ends Reshiram has Powerful Rage, which is 20 damage for each damage counter on the Pokemon. Oops, we're getting ahead of ourselves. And Virtuous Flame does a flat 170, which is enough to 2-hit KO everything in the format. And Powerful Rage allows us to OHKO a lot of decks that can't OHKO us. So if a Dragon Ball hits us, for instance, we can deal a total of 400 damage on the return KO. We play 1 copy of Bloodmoon Ursaluna for that late game sweep, just in case, you know, you can boss up a Fez or a support Pokemon and get the job done. 3 copies of Buddy-Buddy Poffin, ensure that we're going to be able to get our Zoruas out on the field. 2 copies of Counter Catcher, because we are probably going to be on the back foot for quite some time. So being able to use Earthen Vessel, Counter Catcher, to be able to make sure that we're swapping out what we want to swap out and get the Gust that we need, because we do play a lot of Gust in this deck, to be able to be honest. 1 copy of Earthen Vessel ensures that maybe later on in the game, if we need that fighting type energy to be able to make sure our Ogerpon is going to be able to attack the Cornerstone one specifically, we can go ahead and do that. 1 copy of Energy Switch ensures us that our energies are going to be played in the right spot, because there are some times we're going to be in an awkward position where you have like a energy on both Pokemon and you don't really have another one in hand to be able to make sure that one of them is able to attack and the other one isn't. 3 copies of Nest Ball ensure that we're going to get things like Reshiram down, our Ogerpons down, and our Bloodmoon Ursaluna down. 1 copy of Night Stretcher allows us to just rip a Pokemon or energy straight out of the discard pile and put it right into our hand. 1 copy of Ends PP Up allows us to take an energy from our discard pile and attach it to our Ends Zoroark. This is mainly going to be done, it's going to be benched Ends Zoroark, by the way. It's not going to be your active one, which would have been a lot better and probably would have made this deck so much better. 1 copy of Pal Pad lets us put 2 supporter cards from our discard pile straight into our deck. A spec of choice is going to be Secret Box. We grab a tool, supporter, item, and stadium card straight from the deck. 1 copy of Super Rod lets us recycle all of our mons that get knocked out. 1 copy of Switch allows us to swap out our active Pokemon. Pretty self-explanatory, just in case we get Sob Locked ourselves. 1 copy of Ultra Ball, just in case we do actually end up needing to use that, for instance. Not really going to be wanting to use Ultra Ball, though, to grab a Pokemon, because it's sort of like a... that's going to be in a rough spot. 2 copies of Artazon ensure that we can get basic Pokemon without a rule box down, so everything that is in the EX in this deck, essentially. 4 copies of Arven get ourselves our tool cards and our item cards. 3 copies of Boss's Orders ensure that we're always keeping in the active spot what we want in the active spot. 3 copies of Iono keep us on that hand disruption grind. 1 copy of Professor Turo allows us to pick things up like Blood Moon if we end up starting off with it, or for other instances. 1 copy of Professor's Research allows us to get a fresh hand of 7, just in case we need it. 1 copy of Air Balloon allows us to swap our active Ends Zoroark with something on the bench, just in case we need it. 1 copy of TM Evo and 2 copies of Turbo Energize, which allow us to get our energy onto our Zorua anytime that we need it. 7 copies of Dark Energy and 1 copy of Fighting Energy is going to wrap up our list, so let's go ahead and get into game number 1. Here we go into game number 1. My energy on Monday's video was not it, so hopefully you guys are going to be alright with me being a little bit more upbeat. Just a little bit upbeat. We're going to clip heads right here for this coin flip. Let's see what it comes out to. And we do get heads, so we are going to opt to go second. Also, this list is by Matus. I'm not even going to pretend to be able to pronounce that. I'll leave a link in the description to the Limitless page. I don't like ripping 60s off Limitless. I think that that's kind of like a bad habit to do. You guys know me by now. So you know, if you want the list, it's in the description. Go ahead and slam that down. Gholdengo is going to be our matchup, so they are going to be focused on getting big one-hit KOs, but we also have a Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon. That might be a little bit more frightening for our opponent to deal with because they don't really have an out. All of the Pokemon inside of Gholdengo have abilities. So they're just going to bench the Munkidori and pass. Looks like they got some shenanigans ready to be played. We can go ahead and play the Artazon right now, and we are going to Arven for Secret Box and Turbo Energize, maybe. Because we don't have Team Evo in the deck. We can get rid of these. I'm not really too worried about all of that. We can grab a Research here for the next turn. We can grab ourselves... we don't really want to grab the Art... Actually, we can... Do we want to grab the Artazon? Probably not. No. Let's go ahead and grab an Earthen Vessel to make sure that we get that Turbo Energize popping. Our tool card of choice. And instant... Yeah, we're not going to use anything else. We're going to go ahead and use Artazon to bench a Zorua. Yeah. Okay, so that isn't any way you like. We'll go ahead and Earthen Vessel away the Super Rod. And we'll grab 2 Darkness Energy, attaching 1 straight onto the active and Turbo Energizing 1 onto the Zorua and onto the Munkidori. Go ahead and do that. And we're set. So let's hope that maybe next turn we can just attach the Dark Energy onto the one that's on the bench. And then we can hit the Research, grab like an End Zoroark or something, and then we can start swinging ASAP with what we got next. Now, what I'm worried about is the Gholdengo coming out immediately. Now, this isn't a problem, because if we can hit the Research into something like a Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon and just establish that as a threat immediately, our opponent is going to have to work around that because, you know, coin bonus is an ability, and they have a lot of abilities on their field. Actually, if they play the Scizor line, then we won't have to deal with that, because I don't know if we take the weakness. No, we don't. We're fighting type, duh. So our Scizor, on our opponent's side, if they even play the Scizor, let's go ahead and start off with that. If they play the Scizor, that's going to be a bit of a problem, but we are going to be able to Oko it with Demolish. So outside of that, I don't really see our opponent having an out here. I think this is just a rough matchup for them to be able to take, because we also play a whole lot of Gust. Yeah, they're just going to concede. So we're going to go ahead and go into game number 2. I'm probably going to be doing 4 games, considering that one was only 3 minutes, but I'll catch you guys in the next one. On to game number 2. Let's go ahead and see how this goes. We do end up whiffing the coin flip, which is kind of annoying, but I'm not necessarily too worried about missing the coin flip right now, because we gonna see, actually, because if they opt to go first, then we're gonna be in a much more advantageous spot. But if they choose to let us go second, we're gonna be in a much better scenario. Now, last game was kind of rough for our opponent. But they are gonna let us go first, so that's not the worst thing in the world, because we can evolve first, which in a deck like this isn't the oof. See, this is a battle of what's the worst thing to have in the active spot. I guess we can double Nest Ball. I mean, I'm not really too happy about doing something like that, but if worst comes to worst, we double Nest Ball for a Zorua, and maybe double Zorua, because I don't have a supporter in hand that can actually help me out on my next turn. But let's go ahead and see what they're playing, first of all. And we are going against This game is so boring. Alright, we're going to double Zorua onto the bench. And then what they don't know is that we're hitting for weakness here. We can grab ourselves a Munkidori, and then we can Nest Ball again to grab an Ends Reshiram. Put that on the board as well. Just make sure that we have that. Yep, indeed. So we're going to go ahead and attach this energy right here to the Fezandipiti, retreat it, and then go in with the Ends Zorua. We're not going to bench the Bloodmoon. We're just going to chill. We're just going to chill for a second here, because we don't have a really good way to deal with what's in our hand right now. I mean, Boss is annoying to have. That Bravery Charm isn't going to save you, but we're going to restart for an extra card. We'll go ahead and see. There's the Munkidori. So we don't actually play the Ends Darmanitan with Flame Body Cannon. Oh, wait, hold on. Does Arven actually do really well here? Arven might save us, actually. Because now we can grab... Did we ever grab Secret Box here? Yeah, because I think I want to get set up for the next couple of turns here. Secret Box away. Yeah. We can grab... We don't have Vessel. We can grab Night Stretcher to grab the energy back. We can grab a Research for next turn, and I guess our tool we don't need, right? Do we need Turbo? I mean, you might as well grab Turbo Energize, to be honest. But let's go ahead and grab the Dark Energy off of the... TM Evo just feels great here, even though it's only going to be on the Zorua. That does feel nice. Oh, we can Artazon for another Zorua and get the double Zoroark. That we can certainly do. So we are going to get a double Zoroark down, and our opponent is going to be in a much more interesting scenario, considering that we are going to be hitting for a hell of a lot of damage with the Zoroark. So we're going to go ahead and see what they have as a response here. So the double Zoroark is going to allow us to trade twice. We can get into a couple of energy. If we get an Ends PP up, for example, we can go ahead and do a couple of great things along the back end of that. So the Screamtail does actually end up hitting the board right here. They are going to restart for an extra couple of cards. So let's go ahead and see what they grab here. Not necessarily too worried about this matchup right now, because if I oh, wait, hold on. Dark Energy here is crazy, because now if we can research into another End Zoroark, we have a very good spot. Basically, End Zoroark is what we get. So we don't really have a way around the Flutter Mane right now. I think we just have to attack straight into it. They also are in a very interesting spot, considering that they don't have a way to get this Gardevoir out very easily. So we're going to go ahead and use the Night Joker, copy Virtuous Flame to take the KO on the Flutter Mane. And I think next turn we're going to be trying to fish for a Boss's Orders KO onto the Mew, because that would be an insane way to take an extra couple of prizes here. I doubt they have the Rare Candy Guardian and everything else that they would need for a KO. But they are going to promote the Mew because of the free retreat pivot. Let's see what they got here in store for us. Now, we aren't going to be able to take advantage of either Ogerpon as much as we would like to, because the Saw Block doesn't necessarily do too much on our end to be able to make this matchup a little bit better. The Ultra Ball for Kirlia is nice, so they do not have Rare Candy Gardevoir just yet. So they're definitely going to want to retreat here into something else. Maybe the Munkidori, they have a Psychic Energy in hand to be able to... Ooh, they're probably going to get the Badoo here, actually. I'm not worried about the Badoo. The Badoo's fine. Could definitely be worse if they try and... Arven here is nice. So do they just grab like a Red Candy here if they drew into a Gardevoir or something? Ooh, they might have actually drew into a Gardevoir off that restart. If they didn't, then I don't... They might have actually did it. Yeah, they drew into the Gardevoir off the restart. That's fine, because if they take out this... Actually, no, that's going to be a pretty rough spot. How many energy do you have? Only 2. Okay, so you don't have another way to get more energy in the discard pile, so you're probably just going to Itchy Paw in here. Yep. So we can draw 6 cards. Maybe we play out of the 3 balls that we play. You can find the other 2. Countercatcher doesn't help us here. Not at all. So we're just going to draw a good amount of cards here. Iono isn't the supporter that we actually want to see here. So let's go ahead and see what we draw into. Arven Iono, not exactly what we want to see. Can we draw into a Boss's Orders here? Here we go. We get the Boss's Orders. We can go ahead and grab the Gardevoir and hit for a Virtuous Flame for a KO. I should have attached an energy, but that's neither here nor there. So the 340 damage on the Gardevoir for a Oko is fantastic. That's exactly what I wanted to see. And we get an Ends PP up. So just in case we need to grab a unfortunate... Ooh, wait, hold on. They promote the Badoo. We did get rid of Pal Pad quite early, which kind of is annoying just a little bit. So another Munkidori does hit the field, and they are going to attach a Dark Energy to Munkidori, and do they just Itchy Pollen again? Restart for 2? What do you get here? Iono. So Iono isn't going to be the worst thing in the world, because I'm just going to be able to draw a couple more cards. If I get a boss onto the Kirlia, that would be insane. No, they're going to go ahead and grab Night Stretcher. They probably grab Gardevoir here. Yep, evolve straight into Gardevoir. They still only have 2 energy in the discard pile, though, so I don't know what they're planning on doing. They're not going to be able to get anything crazy popping off this turn. Yeah, so they're just going to Itchy Pollen once again. Let's go ahead and see what we can top deck here. Another End Zoroark. Doesn't feel terrible. We're going to go ahead and trade it away, though. Maybe we draw into our third copy of Boss. But actually, I don't have anything I can search the deck with, which is kind of rough because I did actually just want to check really quickly to see if I do have the other Boss in the deck. It is very likely prized considering it's me. Energy Switch, Super Rod. Please? Aw. Okay, so saying please didn't quite work. We're just going to go ahead and Night Joker. Copy Virtuous. Actually, we can just hit the Powerful Rage. So we are on 2 prize cards left. And if we can draw into something like a Boss off of this prize card, maybe... No, we get an Air Balloon, which actually helps us out here in case they want to promote something that we don't really want to see in the active spot. If they try and boss up an Ends Reshiram to stall out a little bit, we'll be alright. Promoting Gardevoir here to be able to get the retreat. Psychic Embrace twice to get the retreat off, and then Munkidori the damage back off. Pretty smart idea. Crazy how this deck does everything you don't want it to, whenever you don't need it to. I love playing against Gardevoir. Don't you guys love playing against Gardevoir? It's such a fun matchup to play against. I love it so much. I love how every single set they just keep getting more and more cards. It's awesome. I love it. I love them never running out of options. I love it. It's great. Great guys. You guys are doing great. You guys are doing fantastic. I love Pokemon training. So the Earthen Vessel gets rid of a TM Evo to grab 2 more Psychic Energy. I mean, Psychic Embrace to do the nonsense. And they're going to retreat into what? Drifloon. Yippee. You don't have enough energy to hit the KO, though. Unless you do. Do you just have it like that? Do you just have the Ultra Ball away double energy to grab, like, something off? Adrenabrain. Onto Zoroark? Hello? Chat, are we real? Guys, is this real? Is this real gaming? Real Gardy gaming? There's the manual attached on the Drifloon. I mean, you're gonna be hitting for 120, I guess. Now I have 200 damage on this thing, and I'm swinging for 800 against this, a Gardevoir. So let's go ahead. Let's see if we can find it. Trade number 1 gets us Arven Nest Ball. Trade number 2 gets us Boss's Orders for a game. Gimme, gimme, gimme. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. You know what? We'll be alright. We'll be alright. That's awkward. Oops. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Oopsie daisy. I got a little too ahead of myself. Alright. We never punished. Never punished. Not once. And you know what? This actually isn't that bad, because now they're probably not going to take any prize cards for the rest of the game, and I can boss up anything I want. You know what? That was the strat. That was the strat. That wasn't a mistake. Mistakes are punished. We aren't. So let's go ahead and see what we get here. Professor Research gets him a fresh hand of 7. What do you have in the discard pile, my friend? 4 energy. Yo, if they get the knockout here, that might be a generational fumble. No way. There's no shot I fumble that bad, right? No way, right? No way. Because I need to get the ends PP up. And a manual attach. And boss. Or I guess boss doesn't matter. Because I am swinging for weakness on a lot of their Pokemon, right? Munkidori is weak to dark. Everything on their board is weak to dark right now. So yeah. Counter Catcher goes on to probably Reshiram right here if I had to guess. No, onto that end Zoroark. Okay, I just Air Balloon retreat. Boss KO. Whatever you want to do, boss. Yo, you do you. You do you. You do you. I'm not worried about it. You. Yeah. Yeah, you keep playing the game, bro. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. I haven't used Munkidori once this entire set. Not once. Psychic Embrace comes out. Oh, are you trying to knock out the one on the bench? Yo, because you have 5 energy. That's going to be 200 damage. That's not going to be enough, boss. That's not going to be enough. I hate to break the news to you. I hate to break the news to you. Even if you double Munkidori, that's not going to be enough. Because you're not going to want to double Munkidori. You don't have the damage to put back on. So you only hit for 200 right now, bro. You just hoping I don't got that crispy balloon in my hand. That's what you're hoping right now. Go ahead and roaring scream for me so I can wrap you up. Let me make sure I play the right card this time. Let me make sure I play the right one. Adrenabrain onto... How much damage do you have? 40. Oh, you trying to knock out the Fez. Oh, wait, hold on. You trying to take it. Yo, we don't do that here. Yo, I might have to take out that thing. I might have to take out your Gotti just for principle. Since you want to be acting all outrageous. Whatever you KO here, I can just put right back. Out here acting grimy and shit. Air Balloon boss. Like, if this was my hand, I wouldn't even draw. Just Air Balloon boss. Like, I got it like that, bro. Don't even sweat it, bro. We gonna be all right. Yes, the boss's orders. I'm gonna need that beautiful, disgusting card right there, right? And I'm gonna need to make sure that I'm hitting the right attack. And good night. Go to sleep. You and all the people that play you are lame and boring people. That's gonna be game number 2. We are 2-0 with Zoroark. This game was 15 minutes long, so I might not even do a game 4. Yeah, I'll catch you guys in game 3. Going into game number 3. I have no inclinations. No. We're gonna go ahead and see what they got going on. And we failed a coin flip. That's rough. We set up the Ogerpon. Not the worst thing in the world. Are we going first? Yeah, we're gonna go first. So we can double Poffin, grab a Zorua, but we don't have an energy to attach to a Zorua, which is gonna be kind of annoying to deal with. But I don't care. Unless we top deck another card. Y'all are lame and boring. Every last one. Do I really want to give you the Artazon? I don't care enough. Y'all are lame and boring. Hop off my game, please. Every single one of you. Mad, grimy, and smelly and shit. I don't want to deal with that. I really don't. Let's go ahead and switch into Zorua. You got at least an extra turn or two before you start doing those Gardevoir shenanigans, and we can Ultra Ball for a double Zoroark next turn. We got some ways to deal with it. Yo, you a dickhead. I mean that with all intents and purposes. Like, you just a straight up bitch. But it's alright. I respect the hustle. Yo, we gonna be alright. You did all that for what? Didn't mean to bench that. But it's alright. Turbo Energize would be great if I didn't have an energy on the active. We prize Vessel. We even play a Vessel. Did I forget my list already? I did. It's whatever. We doing this again? Yo, mad boring. Boring. Yo, I don't understand how y'all Guardy players like this. I really don't. Like, what is entertaining about playing like this? Can I get an energy, please? Appreciate you. Nah, cause now you fluffed up. Now it's clips for you and your whole squadron. I might even just, yeah. Here's the Curly on the bench. Do you have the Gardevoir in hand? You probably do now. You probably do now. You definitely do now. You probably do now. You do now. You do now. You do now. You do now like a classroom. Hey. That was a bar. So sit up. Do now like a classroom. You're boring. You're doing the same shit I saw 18 times this weekend, bro. I don't even have like that much energy right now to crash out like I did in Chef Husky's video. Shout out Chef Husky. Yo, if y'all haven't seen in the description of this video, I'm shouting out my homies' channels. Y'all gotta go check them out too. You can't just be lurking here. You gotta go check out the homies. My son Chris, my son Turo, my son Chef Husky. Like, y'all gotta look out. Cause like, yo, they're the ones that got me here. They got me on this game. Do you have KO with that? Your 4, which is gonna equal up to 80. And that's gonna be 160. And if you move the, yeah, that's gonna be tough. There's the Gardevoir. All right, cool. But the one thing I don't see out of you is another Rollitt's on the bench. So if I get myself a nice little boss Zorua, as you feel me, I'm gonna be able to make sure that we gonna be alright. They maybe take out my end Zorua, which activates Kinda Catcher, which would be fantastic, or they just mind bend me and be annoying. I didn't speak it into existence, did I? Okay, whew. On my soul. I thought I was about to I thought I was about to deal with some goddamn nonsense. That I didn't want to see. Because on my soul, I'd have been upset. Oh, here we go. Yup, Psychic Embrace 8 times. Do the agenda brain bullshit. I've seen it all before. I've played these games before. Yeah, you have KO on the active. So here's what I gotta do. I gotta... because even if I boss up the... or if I Kinda Catcher Gardevoir, you still got a Scream Tail that's ready to attack. I gotta promote Ogerpon. I gotta already use the Air Balloon. Damn. Am I really just that cooked? You have all your energy right there on the Scream Tail, right? So you'd have to Psychic Embrace twice to get the Gardevoir. You're only doing 200 though. Unless you regenerate again. No, you're only doing 200. So what do you got? I can deal with this. Kind of. This is the shit I'm talking about. Every Gardevoir player is so brain dead stupid. They deadass thought that was gonna work. They deadass tried to sit there and do that nonsense, bro. I hate every single one of you. You're mad dumb. You guys don't know how to play this game past the surface level. That shit just pissed me off right there. Cause like, what are you doing, bro? What is the plan? What's the game plan? Please tell me what the game plan is. I'd love to hear it, bro. Please go ahead and tell me so I can sit there and call you. I really just did that. So I can go ahead and call you stupid. It make no type of sense. Now I'm gonna knock out your active spot. I'm gonna have an end Zoroark on the ready. Let me Arven real quick. Let me just make sure that I got some, that I can get myself ready for next turn. Yeah, so we can knock out your active. Like, yo, be so for real with me right now. What is you doing? What's the plan? You deadass tried to use Roaring Scream on my Ogerpon, bro. Did you misclick? That's the only acceptable answer, is that you misclick. Anything else, I'm frying you. I would fry your whole everything. Whole soul. Fry. Shit pissed me off. Like, I don't even know what to say. I'm low-key upset. I'm actually mad. Like, I'm not, like, I'm doing that dad shit. Like, I'm not mad, I'm just upset. I'm disappointed. I can't get over that. I really can't get over that. And you know what? Yeah, I'm not doing a game 3 because this game's already 11 minutes and only 2 prize cards have been taken. Yo, I really don't like this deck, bro. You're all mad, corny, and boring, bro. Grow up. Play something different. Something new, something exciting, something innovative. Like, I don't even know, like, yo, I can't with this game, bro. I might not have a video out on Friday, though. There's an, there might be, I don't know. Because I gotta go, I'm going to play a couple challenges and cups this weekend. So there may or may not be a video on Friday. May or may not be. Do I want to record one before Friday because it's Sunday night right now? Maybe. I don't know. Do I feel like playing against Gardevoir all night on the ladder? Definitely not. Am I playing another one? Fuck no. Hell no. Alright, here comes all the energy being offloaded onto Drifloon to be able to hit for 8 quintillion, bajillion, sextillion damage. And they're probably going to have another one in case I knock it out, and blah, blah, blah. I can't really use Cornerstone Ogerpon as an attacker because that's not going to do it enough. But whatever. Go ahead and take your 2 prize KO, please. And then maybe next turn I Ultra Ball for Zoroark. I get plans pick you up. And then we do a little something right here because you're doing 300 damage and that's more than enough. Maybe Nah, because I don't even have it. Oh, wait, hold on. Maybe I play Munkidori here. I do ends PP up, and then I Night Stretcher for Dark Energy. Nah, because then I don't have a way to retreat. Right? Yeah, I need the Air Balloon, which is gone now. So, I wish there was a free retreater in this deck, man. Okay, so we do have a counter catcher. I need like an extra. I need a Munkidori. Actually, no, Munkidori does fine here, right? First spin would have been huge in this deck, though. Whatever. We're gonna Night Stretcher, grab ourselves a Dark Energy to just be able to swing into the active spot. If they have it, they have it. Not much I can do about that. Ultra Ball away these two, because I can always just grab a Super Rod later. I think we Secret Box here. Do we ever Turbo Energize? No, we don't. Let's go ahead and get a Dark Energy on this Zoroark, just in case we need to attack again. Let's go ahead and Arven, see what we have here. Let's grab the Rod. We can Rod back in the 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And then I think we'll trade a couple of times, get ourselves some cards in the hand. Research doesn't feel too bad, but I'm probably not going to want it. I already Pal Pad into Arven. Why not? Double Boss. That could change a couple of things. Virtuous Flame for enough. Lily's Clefairy, dog. Whatever. I'm just whatever. I'm gonna boss KO that Gardevoir so smoothly. Here it comes, the double. You're hitting for 200, right? 220, 250. Yeah, I think you just have a KO here, but I'm going to hit the shit out of that Gardevoir next turn. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a movie when I'm done with this Gardevoir. I promise you. That's 200 flat. Yeah. Do I even have like the energy though? Well, there's only 1 in discard and I have 3 in play. I think I play 7. Out of a I only have 1 trade though. That doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel good at all. Because if I can KO Gardevoir, I think we just win. I just need an energy to do so. Ooh, Bloodmoon feels good too. I guess I don't need, I mean, we'll do this, we'll trade. We'll get rid of Turbo Energize. Draw 2. There we go. Okay, cool. I don't want to see that anymore. Get that out of my face. Watch the concede. Watch. It's gonna happen. They gonna get mad. Because now you can't psychic embrace, do some bullshit like that. And now I take a KO on everything on your field. Yeah, give me a thumbs up, bro. It's over. You lost. You lost. It's clips. It's over. What are you gonna do? Full moon rondo for not enough? That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. You're only doing 200 with that, bro. And I'm gonna smack your ass again. But I got 2 boss. 2 bosses orders. 2. There's 2. And I know you don't play more than 1 Iono. Or 2 at least. You already played 2. There's no way you play a 3rd Iono in your Gardevoir build. There's no way. There's no way you play a 3rd. If you do, boom myself on the spot right here, right now. I'll boom myself right here on the microphone. You're gonna hear it too. Go ahead. Show me what you got. Because I'll swing back so hard with Zoroark, it's not even gonna be funny. It's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna hit your ass with the lightning. Oh, there's Counter Catcher. What do you bring up? That's 1 retreat cost. I got a vessel on hand, my friend. That's a 1 retreat cost, and I got a vessel on hand, my friend. You know, just for doing that disrespectful shit, I'm gonna boss up Munkidori and do it. You know, I will boss up Worlds. I'm gonna boss up Worlds and do all that. Since you want to be disrespectful and rude to your opponent like that. You gonna Counter Catcher again? Now I gotta do it. Now I gotta do you dirty. You gonna sit here. You gonna play 3rd? What, you got a 3rd? The whole hand away. What do you got? Nathan. Pissing me clean off. Alright, so since you want to be rude and disrespectful, we're gonna do this. So here's what we're gonna do. Show me the baby, and we'll go ahead and deal with that. Yo, Gardevoir players are bitches, bro. On my soul. Anyway, that's gonna be game number 3. Wrapping it up for tonight. I'll catch you guys on Friday, probably.